Hello, my name is Scott for SB Gaming and welcome back to Transport Fever European Freeplay Edition. And last episode we got a new expensive rail line set up from West Malling to Upton over here to Grays. And it was quite a lot of investment, and so far I haven't really moved on time all that much. Where is the train? The train was here. Where is the train? The train? Really? 12 days has gone by. Where is the train? Oh, the train is right there. Very hard to see. We have two of these on the line. They are the D1/3 and the D1/3 car. They have a top speed of 40 kilometers an hour. These are the base model you get in 1850. They have a mediocre power rating with these wagons. So yeah, about that. 41 tons on 50 kilowatts of power. We could bump up to, actually, replacement. If we wanted to, we could go up to the Class 53 G3 Prussian, although that's 388k versus 123k. So yeah, a sizable increase. For an extra 10 kilometer an hour top speed, we could go up to the Bavarian car, which is of course a 50 kilometer an hour wagon. These are kind of nice, even though it's 40 kilometers an hour, because you get a base capacity of 6, and these, because they only cost 94k, 94.6k, they are easy to expand. You know, if you only have 100k, you can add an additional wagon onto your train. With the American vehicles, 14 capacity for 252k can be quite excessive, depending on how much resources you actually have. And of course, it's a 50k wagon. So yeah, especially with the early wagons or early engines, you don't have a balanced locomotive to use with it, because you either miss out on the top speed of the wagon itself, because the early American locomotives are 40 and 45 kilometers an hour, or you go up to, I think it's the Baldwin, which is 60 kilometers an hour, so you miss out on the Baldwin's top speed and can only reach 50 kilometers an hour. And that seems to be typical for, of course, the American vehicle set. But yeah, the D1/3 is a nice starter train. We have our other train coming here. It's heading on its way to Grays. We have this fully double tracked, and I don't think, actually I know I didn't spend much time off screen. I did advance time just a little bit because we had an issue over here in Dunwich, and at the start of the year this thing had not dumped out any goods sitting here. There's now 64, and we have 190 stone stored here, nothing stored in its internal inventory. There is no demand because, of course, there's all this accumulated product. And the issue was, of course, because I had this line here, the Dunwich Combat. It was previously set to a full load because that's what I do for all my starting lines, just until things get ramped up. But I never designated that as to unload or load if available. And we had all these trucks just backed up accumulating here. We had one vehicle which had all of 3 stone, I think. I have no idea where the vehicle is, but it basically only had 3 on it. It was holding all the other vehicles up, and as soon as I fixed that and all the vehicles went, within the last 12 days since I loaded the game, this dumped out whole load goods onto the platform, which of course means I can haul more stuff. And so that was a particular issue there, all because of a mistake I had made. We have a positive balance of 40.5k. We have $9.5 million in loans. And yeah, I haven't really advanced time, so about that. We had $7.33 million of income in the last episode, or last year. $4.59 million in road income versus $2.74 million in water income. So far, our rail looks like it has made $1 or $1,000 for delivering a passenger, and this currently has no one on it. We delivered one passenger from West Malling into Upton. So about that. Do we have anyone waiting here? No, we don't. And how is stops overall? We did bump up the frequency of this line. Gray's RT1, it's at 68 second. I might want to bump these up to around 60 seconds. It is losing me money. Interestingly enough, those are making us money, so that is something. And overall, 251K there. We're actually making 31K on that line, 235K on that line, 35.5K there. Mostly, they're all relatively making money. Bus RT1, 1.72K, that's nice. Gray's Farm, 58. The oil transfer, that's that line, 21.3K. And I'm thinking, now that we got this line set up and this line set up, that construction materials, I know that this is most likely going to supply Dursley, but we do want to get products shipping over there. Maybe construction materials can find their way that way, which would be good. We are going to eventually connect up to the rest of the cities on the map. It's just taking a bit of time. Of course, with $9.5 million in debt, that, of course, makes it a little bit harder to do. But we have here 21 people wanting to go Upton to Grays. Let's resolve that right now. We are going to buy 2 of those, and we're going to put it on the 2P line. And that needs to go to the Upton Central Bus Terminal. Let's let things run. Yes. And we need to flip that around so it goes to the Upton Central Bus Station. 90K. Let's buy another 2 l'obéissance. However you pronounce it. We have 9 for West Malling, so let's buy another. Actually, these are 5 capacity. No, let's go for 1 on the 1P line. And we want to make sure that this is going to Upton. You need to go to Upton. And you need to go to Upton as well. Although, for some reason, you're going that way. So, about that. 77K in the bank. If we take a look over here, 23 people waiting. Let's turn on buses. And we have 1 here. We have 1 here. We have 1 there. Okay, 23 people. Let's buy 2. And the 1P line. And just to confirm, since most likely you want to go to Upton. No, please don't. Go to West Malling. And now we have 24 people waiting here. You are a freight. You are a riggy. You have 31 people on you. What I might want to do, I did have quite a few people there, so a ship probably did leave recently. There we go. Yeah, 50 people waiting there. Do I buy another riggy for that line? How many riggies do I have for the line? We have 3, so we have 1 heading to West Malling, 1 Salterton, 2 to West Malling, and the 1 going to Salterton is right there. We might as well. We'll buy it from here. A riggy, although 216. We're bringing in a decent chunk of money. What are we? 586K this year. Running cost 282. Do we or do we just hold off? I would like to bump up the frequency, but by the time we actually buy it, the ship will probably have gone there. So, about that. Let's buy it and set it to SP Westmoreland 2. Now, you are going to Salterton Docks. All right about that. And one thing I would like to do is reconnect this line here. I wouldn't mind finding another industry chain up here to deliver goods, although not construction materials, because we already have this. But yeah, we definitely want to get some cross traffic going. We might want to connect up to Kempston, maybe Tavistock, although with that said, I kind of want to continue off in this direction. We have food processing here. And we have farm down here. Problem is, if I ship up this way, it'd only be really going one direction. Unless I have goods coming in from over here down to here. I could run livestock in from here, maybe over to here, set up a dock to ship maybe going that way, maybe over to Willenhall, and then run them that way back in here, supply food into Willenhall as well as bring food in this way, bring construction materials up that way. If we connect up from there to there, we'll also be able to bring construction materials that way, food going that way possibly. Although let's let time run. And we have a Salterton fuel truck. Has reached its lifetime. Has it actually reached its lifetime? 14 years? Not really. It will eventually. That is, of course, just a warning. Now, is it time to get into goods, or do we just... there's February 3rd. We're 245k in the negative. And so here we have 16, 17 people waiting. We have an SF. You are heading out, and you'll be as well. 37 people. And we have 12 people here waiting at the Westmoreland rail station. We have no one waiting here. And over here, let's just throw our trains on. This one is coming into Grays. Unfortunately, it does not have anyone on it. We have 5 people sitting here. So this will pick up 5 people. Nice. And one thing I would like to do is utilize this. I would also like to set up a freight station here for rail, although with that said, not at this point in time. We got lots of livestock sitting here, although it's kind of being split. There we go. All that is being loaded up. We have a little bit of livestock sitting there, that's fine. Having a little bit sitting around just means that the next vehicle that shows up will be running full. And we got one person wanting to go to Grays. Nice. There's our other train over there. Overall, I think we have a pretty good setup. Although we got a lot of course we got a lot of livestock. You are a Grays farm. You are also a Grays farm. So what I'm going to do, we are going to buy up some horse carts, and we are going to throw this on the 03 line. The focus of this episode, I think, is going to try to be to make a profit. See if we can boost this earnings potential here. We've made 4.02k in rail income on, of course, 17, 29, 20 or 30k in running costs. over the life of the line, which is only a few months since we only had just put it on at the start of the end of the year, actually. But yeah, I want to be able to get good shipping that way, so I might want to... So the only thing is there's one town here, and that's it. What I might do is run a line from here over to Willenhall. Although I do want to extend out Chorleywood, Curtin next, Northwich. Although if I can develop up here and get this cross river traffic, then I'll be able to boost the potential goods going that way. I'll be able to get goods flowing that way. I might want to do that regardless, so we completely removed the line. So what I'm going to do, we're going to buy a Wilhelm 1, and we are going to set this to new line from here over to here, and this is going to be SF Grays to Dursley. We are going to, of course, try to get this ramped up. Previously, when we did this, I don't think we had this road network, so it was probably not going to be a viable option regardless. But now that we have more goods being produced over there, we have more potential. Dursley Freight, I think there is going to be the possibility to ramp this up. We're going to have to, of course, increase the number of ships on the line, just because. Do I want this color? Yep, let's go for that. It's a 40-minute frequency, which means, yeah, we're going to struggle to make some money there. Let's speed it up to speed 3. Where? Oh, there you are. All right, about that. If I put a second ship on the line, it'll be a 20-minute frequency. What I'm going to do, since it does look like we are going to make some decent money, we're going to ramp this line up. There we go. And Grays to Dursley. My hope, of course, is to get these goods that are showing up here to actually come back the other direction, making this line even more profitable. Currently, it is looking at... it is struggling to make a profit. I replaced the vehicles, but yeah, some years it's just hit or miss. Even though we have lots of product. Oh, nice. Food is getting put on that line. So, although with that said, if we have any commercial at all within range of this, we do. So that's, yeah, that's to be expected. Of course, food has to come onto this line because it's not supplying any. Actually, the food would be coming into here. Yeah, it has to get transported on that line. But the hope is, of course, that food continues off over to there and gets shipped off to Dursley. All right, so next plan. All right, we have 300K in the bank. Where is the ship? Did the ship leave? Yes, it did. 20-minute frequency. Let's bring that down to a, whatever that is going to be, a 16, nope, not that. 13-minute frequency, that's not bad. We just need as good a frequency as possible just to encourage goods to start showing up there. Although it might be time. Let's throw another Wilhelm. Bring that down to 10-minute frequency. I'm going to try to keep that line running even if no goods show up for a little while. Just because this construction materials line, it should be able to see the demand. 580. We are 98% supplied for cargo. Okay, well, May 5th, 580. Wow, yeah. If we want this line to really boost in production, we need this ship line. We need it badly because we're almost maxed out the production. And over here we have truck showing up. And yeah, I'm thinking we might want to ship off. It is May 21st. We have 284K in the bank. Right now, we could probably potentially expand things. What are we sitting at on the year? 1.21 million of new vehicles. We have 1.47 million in running costs. Income of 3.11 million. And our rail has made 30K in income. We have paid out 42.5K in running costs this year. And yeah, our water income 1.19 million. Road income is 1.88 million. Nice. And that bumped up to 4.59. Yeah, we've already gone through those numbers. Awesome. Well, let's run things at one speed while I figure out what my next move is going to be. I do not really want to get into goods until I plan out a strategy with, let's see, goods requires planks and steel. I don't really want to supply goods factory with good factory here. I want steel to show up there, which could be supplied here. We have coal here, we have coal here. I could bring the coal down to here. Maybe even a ship line in this internal lake here. Or we bring maybe the coal down to here. One direction. Steel out like this. Cross over to here. Down to here. We also have steel there. Over here we have forest. We have forest there. Do we have any? We have two forests up there. We have goods factory here, forest and sawmill. Run logs that way, planks back this way, bring them up to here, or maybe even do a triangle route. And if this is self-contained, although with that said, I could easily see the logs continuing on to here to be shipped out somewhere else. We also have this, because if we had logs near the coast, I'd also want to think about steel. We have two forests down here, so yeah, forest here. Ship them over to here, maybe. We have also iron ore up here. One thing I could do is bring the iron ore by road into Dovercourt, set up some freight shipping out of Dovercourt, maybe over here to West Malling, and what that would allow us to do iron ore this way. We can send food up that way. We can send, not fuel, but we can send maybe construction materials up this way as well. That, I think, is going to be a viable option. Any other convenient source of iron ore? We have iron ore here, so if we wanted iron ore to come back this way, I could run iron ore down to this harbor. I wouldn't have to set up the infrastructure here. That would increase the goods flowing back that way, make this more profitable, allow us to put better ships on the line, although we still have only the Wilhelm 1. So many options, so many options. Planks there. Maybe get into steel, because we can set up this, we can set up that. Yeah, if we just connect up that over to here, then we can just utilize a connection from in here to over here, connection from there to there, to supply steel, bringing steel back along to Upton over to here. And then bringing, at the very least, we can get tools production, and then we just need to connect up oil. Just come here into a line here up to there, and then have plastics feed back. And this is why I wanted to restrict the livestock. You know what? That's what I'm going to do right now. We are going to build a road like that. And we are going to build a freight right there. We are going to new line this from, let's go from here over to here. And this is going to be RF Gray's Plastics. Color this red. So that will connect that up to that. Now all we need to do is connect up basically this to here, as well as this to here, and then just hook up the steel. For now, we are going to buy one horse wagon. We want to put this on RF Gray's Plastics. And Gray's Plastics, let's just designate that as a full load. We are going to force it into Terminal 2. Gray's RT1. Trains to truck stop. Yep, we want to force that into our first platform. And now, that will take a while to see demand for fuel, or not fuel, for oil. So we are going to set up another truck stop. Do I put it there or do it there? You know what? I'm going to put it here. And then in here, all right, we are going to want a new country road. To connect up to that, we are going to connect up the steel. And so this connects up into that, all the way up into there. You know, it might be time to build a larger truck station over here. If I were to upgrade this, too much slope, train alignment collision, and a collision. Yeah, I'm not surprised. So we are going to build a truck station. Too much slope. I think there was a reason I didn't build one there. Really, too much slope. There's oh, seriously. All right, about this. Seriously? I think it has to do with that right there. All right, about this. So what we might have to do is, yeah, about this. Jeez. All right, we can connect that up like that. Let's just smooth that out. Seriously, why did you have to build there? All right, about this. So, the only problem is I was thinking of bringing this up like that. Don't have them. Originally, I wanted to actually tunnel this up and bring this up like that. Although this is going to be this is going to be frickin' expensive. Let's just run that flat. And we want medium road. Here's a question. This should have if that can reach all the way out to here, what I can do is I can extend this further out. All right, well, let's just, not large street, although it might be an idea. To about there. Alright about that. Now we are going to put a large truck station, or not large one. We are going to want to have one going out that way, one going over there. And I will spend extra for this. Although I'm probably going to want to upgrade that road right there. That should connect into there. Yep. Alright. That has been taken care of. So those lines can go in like that. Coal and iron can go in that way. Steel can get put back on. It can get put over there to get shipped over to Upton. Now all I need to do I need anything else? Nope. What we want to do is run iron ore from here. And I'm wondering if I should basically run it over to here and then ship it down that way. You guys are coming back empty. Did this shut down? You got no... Really? Alright, you got goods, you got goods. You know, for now, I just might run this over to here. Is there another iron ore, though? No, we want to utilize this as much as possible. And we are going to run this... Run it this way here. Small country road. That. And we want to, ouch. There we go. We are going to need to borrow some money or let time tick just a bit. Although we are going to want to go in that direction. Although the end of the month will mean massive income drop or monetary drop. Can we get this built for the end of the month? 6.93K. There we go. Although now we're going to need money for vehicles. And June 1st is going to happen. Yep. All right. 321K in the negatives. We have 142K in loan interest. We're nearly maxed things out. We have currently 3.29 million in income. That's after 5 months, so however much that is going to be. 660 something per month. We'd be looking about last year's income. Now, we are just going to need to buy a depot. So what I don't really want to do is have to buy them from over there. Let's just get this rolling. We're going to borrow the last $500,000 that we have. We're going to set a new line from there over to here. That's just going to probably just be temporary. Yeah, I can have them both running in the same one. It's fine. Maybe not. Let's just spend the money. At this point in time, though, this will probably be the last thing I do in the episode, just because of reasons. We'll remove that and throw it there. Alright, so those will not interfere. This is going to be RF. Salterton iron ore. Yep, alright, about that. This, we want to color it that. Or maybe we'll go with that color. Now, do we have any vehicles on this line, or did I... Okay, yes, I did. And right now, for now, we are just going to full load. We are going to want to set it to 10. It shouldn't take very long. 10 minutes is fine. It will, of course, have to deal with this distance and then ship up to there. We only have the West Malling Farm. What we want to do is we are also, we're going to need a depot. I'm also going to have to set up the line back to the, ouch, 50K. That's insane. 17K there. We're going to buy a horse cart for the new line from here over to a truck station here. We're going to call this RF West Malling Steel. And we're going to color it that color. So we have that line set up. For this, we just want to say load until full. We just have the one vehicle on the line for now. And on this one here, we don't have anything, so we are going to buy road vehicles, horse cart, new line from here into oh, that's expensive. So let's build one of these because of reasons. And we want this over to here. I am presuming that this is going to be in range of that. That is fine. And we want this. It has a vehicle. Yep. RF West Malling. Nope. West Malling coal. We're going to color this black. And before I forget, yeah. Nope, not that. That. Yeah, we'll set it to unlimited for now. It's going to be a short trip. We'll let this run. At this point, though, what I'm probably going to do is end the episode here. And we have, wow, 12 people sitting on the train. We have another 13 people waiting here. It could be time to... 12 people on the train, nice. 12 people wanting to go to Grays and 1 on West Malling. It might be time. 13 people here to increase the capacity of our trains. Or add more trains to increase the frequency. Either one will work, so yeah, about that. The goal, of course, is to get the steel ramped up, although, that's right, I still need to set up this here. Let's do this before we end the episode. Unfortunately, yeah, I was checking this off screen. I think it was off screen. I don't think it was in the last episode. But in order to get catchment area, if we were to bring a train in, yeah, we'd have to basically bring this in to right about here. I was considering a freight line that went from here over to here and then through here, and connecting directly onto this, so I could bring stuff in, bring stuff out. But it looks like I'm going to have to truck it in anyway, so that is that. We do got a lot of people on that line, and the passenger numbers are going to go up. I will have to take a look at that. There's just a lot to do, but I do want to get this done before we wrap things up. So we're going to plug that in there. It's going to take this road, and we are going to then buy road vehicles. We're going to set a new line from, say, here over to here, and this is going to be RF Upton Machines and Tools. So this is, I think, the 13th episode. We are getting into machines and tools. 1875 machines and tools. But we have things pretty well set up. We have a good fuel line here, oil and fuel, which means this should have no problems producing the oil required for that. And this should see the demand for this. We could also set up this over to here, which means that this will supply oil down to here, or rather plastics. Plastics here, plastics there. Machines and tools. We have steel connected up here by the iron ore from there, as well as the coal from here. And of course, any steel produced here can feed along here into here, as well as over here, over to here. We could, of course, connect up steel here, bringing iron ore maybe along a bridge here up into Carlton Coval, into this steel mine here, or steel mill. We could then bring coal in from, say, over here, ship it over to Carlton Coval, produce steel, maybe bring steel back this way to supply this as well. I don't really care if these two try to fight over the demand over here. That would be something. It would give us a reason to connect over to Carlton Coval and from, and yes, I will eventually connect up these various towns. I do want to get a variety of different good setups in places so that we have back and forth cargo. Because if I were to deliver cargo to Lagershall, I'd only be calling it one direction, and one direction is limited profitability, and we need all the profitability we can get. It is middle of June. We have $10 million in debt, and yeah, 300K in the bank. I might run this off screen in order to cut down on the debt. I will monitor, of course, the steel line, the plastics line, and the iron ore lines in order to ensure that things are flowing. Anyway, at this point in time, I'm going to take a break here, and we will continue off with more European Freeplay series in the next episode. Even though we are in debt, we are making a profit, and it's just a matter of time of getting out of debt completely before we... yeah. It's going to be inevitable. We have a good setup here. Anyway, thank you for watching. My name is Scott for SB Gaming. And as always, have a good day.